All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're on the Rift for the final time this evening. It is Denial eSports taking on Team Luxax, team that many didn't even expect to be in this one as the game gets paused very quickly. It wouldn't be League of Legends without a few pauses, but there's a lot riding in this one, Azumo.
There is. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Or if they're already at home, then
Well,
they
have to go off their computers and like move, to their couches maybe.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go to their houses and forcibly remove them, and then let them go back later on, but just for a dramatic effect.
I see. We'll drive them around. Maybe we'll buy them dinner.
Yeah, buy them dinner.
You gotta be nice. You gotta be nice about things when people are having a rough time like that.
No. Then we'll dine and dash and leave a note that says,
"Oh, dude, you're evil,
losers.
You are just
see you later."
Nobody wants
Signed
that. So
Black Monster Cup.
Denial eSports and Luxax are really going to play their hardest now. Now that they know that.
Yep.
Oh, Stixie back in game. So the pause is gonna go on. Uh-oh, Onda's gone now too. Oh man, what is going on?
They're taking turns.
Time Warner, please.
Yeah. No, well, Time Warner.
I actually don't know what their ISP is.
Time Warner's treated me pretty well. I've only had a couple disconnects.
True.
And when it disconnects, it's like a disconnection for like 5 hours, and then it comes back up and it's at full strength. I never have like connectivity problems.
I mean, 5 hours, man.
Well, but it's very rare.
I don't know if I'd survive.
I would rather have one disconnect a month for 5 hours over like constant connectivity issues and lag like 3 days out of every month.
Well, when you put it that way.
Well, because I mean that's what I've dealt with in the past, and I think that.
Yeah, man, the bar for reliable internet in the U.S. is not very good, is it?
It's not. Yeah, I'm moving to Korea.
Bad. Yeah, I think you know what, you and I should we should just totally like just move out to Seoul and like enjoy the awesome constant connectivity that it offers.
Yeah, 500 up, 500 down.
Plus, we can go to the finals. Yeah, Worlds. All right, let's do this. Tell you what, you get the plane ticket, and I will like fit in the overhead compartment. I can be your carry-on.
Okay.
It's happening. I'll buy the tickets though.
Pack light.
I always do.
I don't.
Oh man, you gotta learn. You gotta learn how to avoid baggage fees.
I'm a just in case kind of guy.
Oh, you see what I try to make do with less. I pack just enough clothes, an iPad maybe. That's all you need.
No.
Toothbrush is optional.
I go through every single item I own and say, will I need this? Is there a possibility that I will need this at any point during my trip, vacation, move, whatever? And if the answer is yes, then I put it in.
All right.
I don't own many things.
I mean, I guess okay. Well, that's fair. If you don't have a lot to take with you, if you can take it all with you, you might as well.
Yeah. It's true.
All right. Well, this game should probably start up normally. Well, as normal as you can get in these kinds of situations. Everyone making their ways to lanes right now. I would expect Vi likes to start, in my memory, blue buff just because the ganks pre-6 are kind of lackluster. There's not a whole lot of heavy pressure there, just the vault breaker for gap close.
Yeah. Well, I think that Pliu is going to have an impact on these lanes because you don't want Tristana to get through the early game unscathed. You don't want Cassin to get through the early game unscathed. Top lane is probably going to steer clear of top lane. Not much Nunu's going to do in the ways of killing an Aurelia, but... Well, actually, you know what? I take that back.
I mean, it's kind of a 50-50. I think it's sort of like a see how Saki-chan does, and if he really needs help, you make a move up there, but definitely focusing the bot and the mid. If they can harass Nubby, Pooh Bear, and Stixie down to less than relevancy early on, they shouldn't have too much trouble having a nice mid-game bridge before Pliu's effectiveness kind of dips off.
Yeah. I'm curious to see, and I'm going to see if I can look it up real quick. What
we have time.
What runes Onda is using in this matchup here.
I would think a lot of MR.
Well,
but that's just me.
I mean,
maybe not full, but you know.
Okay, well I can't really tell.
Oh.
He's got 20 rune pages.
Sorry, you said Onda, not Saki-chan. I got my top laners crossed.
Because his runes are gonna pretty much dictate what his playstyle is. You can play top lane Nuno aggressive, I think, with a lot of ability power, and he started the Dorn string, so it might be leaning towards that, or you can just play it as just sort of the shut down the enemy top laner type Nunu, where you're really just tanky, and you can even go like cooldown reduction to be able to fulfill that role. But we'll see if Onda can finally get himself back into this game.
Yeah, I think Runes and Masteries might be the least of his worries right now.
Yeah.
Saki Chan, on the other hand, going very sustainful to begin the game. 3 pots as well as the Crystalline Flask. And this is what we saw him doing last time as well. I think it's a really good choice when you're not sure what you'll be up against. And same can be said of Nubby Pooh Bear, but that's also more typical Kassadin.
Yeah. Kassadin requires that to survive.
Mm-hmm.
It's the nature of a melee champion in a ranged champion's world.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! More disconnect. Saki Chan. Okay, he comes back. Real problem starting this game off, but you know, this is good. This gives the teams a chance to kind of think about exactly what they're going to do going forward. I think this bot lane, Care Bear is shown to be a pretty big lane bully, and Stixie is on a champion that you know does much better later on in the game, anyways. So I think that's where Playu goes. I think you're right in that, and if he can secure a couple of kills early on, this can make Stixie's laning phase really, really rough.
Yeah. Morgana, probably one of the best champions to help somebody through that.
Especially against a Thresh.
Yeah, especially, yeah, definitely. Thresh and Braum, especially.
Mm-hmm. Curious that Braum was not even considered in all of this, but Meow clearly wanted to go for the Thresh pickup.
Alright, well, we're back in it.
Mm-hmm. These teams are also back in it to win it. See what happens here. Playu making a move to get a little bit of warding early on as the teams kind of develop a little bit of a line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, this is the first game we've seen today where we've had
no shenanigans.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage.
Oh, there's plenty of time though.
There is plenty of time. Delayed invade is the name of the game in the meta right now. So we'll have to see what these guys go for. There's a lot of wards literally along the river though. Both teams know pretty much exactly where the opponents are.
Cax knows. He knows he's standing on one. He's actually going to go forward for just a second and try to bait out something, but he doesn't have backup.
Cat God or Cackle God?
A little bit of both right now. I see what you did there. Oh, Playu gets the back stopped with the Sonic Wave, but he's staying safe. Oh, Anda, he's pretty far forward right now. He's actually going to run into Saki Chan, and he will get a little bit of damage. Ice Ball going out. But this definitely smacks of a normal game start. No team really wants to fully commit to this, and I don't blame them.
Yeah. Especially with the team comps. I mean, both of these guys' level 1s are pretty abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from the Thresh Hook, they really just don't have much follow-up. A Binding could land, but then again, not much follow-up. So, smart play by both these guys. And we're going to see pretty much standard jungle starts. Blue side for both. Standard lanes for both.
It's a bit better for Denial, though.
We're in for a bloodbath.
Oh, boy. Evaniscus going far forward to get the pool off. A little bit of extra gold there. Wow, he's just going to let Meow face check into him. I don't think he expected that. He double takes. He like, wait a minute, what? There was a Morgana standing there?
Yeah.
Stixie getting himself decent positioning here. Oh, you gotta be careful though. Flay taking level 1. Stixie's already low as I say it. Oh man, he answers back on the Care Bear, but that is level 1 Graves.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of damage. Buckshot is one of the highest single target damage in the game, and Graves had just such high base damage himself, and he's one of those AD carries that can tend to forego a little bit of attack speed in their runes and get a little bit more physical damage. You can tell 76 AD at level 1, so that's usually about somewhere in the range of 4 to 6 more AD than most AD carries usually run with runes.
Saki Chan, not afraid to go very aggressive onto Anda right now, who has to burn a couple of his pots just to stay alive. Answering back some damage, but still. Very curious to see how that one goes. Oh, hello! Stixie, good thing he's level 2. Got himself a rocket jump now. Meow getting ignited out. Evaniscus could go down here. Has to burn his flash just to get out of auto attack range. Back to the top lane. Anda, he's in a little bit of trouble trying to slow down Saki Chan. And everything resets. Oh, Stixie, never mind. He gets hooked up. That's going to be the flay backwards, but Care Bear is in no position to answer. Nice change up. Wow! Jump in by Stixie. Gets himself a kill. Can he get another? Here is Playu. Cat God joining the party as well. Safe disengage, and first blood given over to Stixie, who, by all rights, should have had a very, very rough laning phase. So far, it's treating him good.
Yeah, and That's really tough for Graves to be able to come back in the lane with that. It's going to set back his first buy because he's going to come back to lane with a second Dorn's Blade. And now all summoners are down, and well, except for the flash from Meow, so that could come into play here, but that's just a really big victory for Denial overall in their bot lane.
Yeah, and a big lead on farm as well. So finally, Care Bear gets back to lane, but 10 CS ahead. It's not too bad, and they're able to really. Oh wow, Meow! They really wanted to go in on that. That would have been risky, but might have been able to pick that one up. It's still fairly even. It's way too early in the game to really call a lead or anything, of course, but I like the attention to bot lane that Cat God has been favoring too. It prevented Pliu from mopping up any kills. Oh, Saki Chan going with the Blade Surge. He's actually doing that onto pretty well right now, and avoiding too much of the minion aggro. It's nicely played positioning.
Yeah, but at the same time, playing the top lane against Nunu is so frustrating because, I mean, you can do all you want in the ways of harassing, but he's gonna come out of lane with even CS to you, and you're not gonna be able to get a kill on him. And
it's actually up right now too.
There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, there's a wave pushing in Saki-chan's favor, so that CS it's probably about even right now because it's probably 5 extra CS on his side. But still, even going even with how much it seems like Saki-chan's getting harassed on.
Cax, Amda Hamda, and that is Nubby Pooh Bear going in. Gets himself a pick up with the flash. Will he die for it though? Pliu goes in and takes a tower shot. Nubby Pooh Bear staying alive. Cax looking to answer back if he can. Got the red buff, but does he want to dive? Oh, he does! That's a kill.
Yeah, very well played. And he knew that Pliu didn't have the flash, and the flash vault breaker is really hard to avoid, even with flash, just because the flash vault breaker plus the denting blows, or excessive force. Sorry, denting blows is the W. Yeah, so sudden, and you can't really avoid the damage because it's nearly instant.
Interested to see what Cax decides to build. Looks like he's going for damage, so the Elder Lizard, do you think he goes straight to tank after that? Or if the game starts to steamroll ahead, he goes full on damage? Because Vi has the option.
My favorite build on Vi is actually Elder Lizard into Brutalizer and then into full tank.
Okay.
Or Elder Lizard into Hex Drinker into full tank, depending on how much magic damage there's in the team. If they're running double AP in top lane and mid lane, then Hex Drinker could sometimes be a good choice. But Brutalizer is a great item for her because she's nearly all physical damage.
Well, it turns into a Black Cleaver later on in the game. A little extra sustain.
Sometimes they just sit on the Brutalizer because turning into a Black Cleaver doesn't offer you much, especially since they have double AP. And the tanky stats, you need to get tanky pretty quickly. But Brutalizer is just such a cost-efficient item on Vi.
And you know, I mean, she used to be that kind of champion that could build full tank from the beginning and still be incredibly difficult to deal with damage-wise.
Yeah.
Of course, since the nerfs have changed, she's fallen out of favor a little bit. I think that we're starting to see Vi make a bit of a comeback just because of a lot of the jungle changes in recent patches.
Yeah, she was sort of a second tier for a while. She was still a strong pick in the right hands, still great initiation, and in the right team comps that can make good use of her. And now, like you said, the jungle changes. The top 3 are nerfed, and Vi was a little bit below the top 3. So now, instead of just seeing play in certain team comps, she's seeing play just because she's generally good now compared to other junglers.
Not to mention, in particular, Cax has made really, really good use of Vi early game, which is not something you always see. A lot of the times, less competent junglers will completely neglect to really make any lane presence known until they get up to level 6. And this is a really nice change of pace. It's setting Pliu back quite a bit, too. He's having some trouble in his early game.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, speaking of, they're waiting. They're just waiting. Oh, he senses something is wrong. A disturbance. I must safeguard over the wall.
Yeah. Well, this is going to set up a dragon, though. Could be a little risky.
Well, Pliu has the steal potential, but they don't have the
on
vision
the rotated down. This is a really good play here.
Yep. That is quite a lot of burst damage they have. Really, really nice. And they're kind of none the wiser. Gets picked up now.
Yeah.
Completely for free.
Even just Onda's presence in the mid lane. Doesn't even have to come down. Just pushes the wave a little bit, gets a few minions, keeps tabs on Honda.
Now they know this happened, but they don't have the official timer. It shouldn't be too much of a problem anyways. Stixie and Evaniscus go right back in the lane very assertively. Just not even caring that they gave that one away. Down a level right now. Stixie doesn't quite have 6 yet. Neither does Evaniscus, but that's about to change pretty soon. And they're not too worried about it. There we go. It's 1 level up. We'll get another in a second.
Yeah. Well, Nubby Pooh Bear, especially against an Orianna, is doing really well for himself. A little bit behind in CS, but did manage to get that first kill, picked up an early Catalyst. So you look at his goal, he's got 1100. He's getting really close to that Rod of Ages. And if he picks it up around the 10-11 minute mark, that's going to be really good for him. That's a pretty fast Rod of Ages. It's going to be stacked in good time. So the old Kassadin, really strong in mid game. The new Kassadin, not quite as strong in mid game. And so having a Rod of Ages earlier on accelerates your speed at which you get to your late game point, which is where Kassadin is strong now, I think. So decent spot.
Yeah. Well, he survived the early game. It's very important. I really don't think Luxax has any particular advantage in any of the lanes right now. No. Everywhere they should have been strong early just hasn't quite worked out for them. In the top lane, Saki-chan is going to have a time bomb to deal with Onda here. And, oh my goodness, he's going full absolute zero right now. Boom. And Onda doesn't want to dive this one, but he is able to zone away. This is just becoming a headache for Luxax in every lane.
The Hextech Revolver Rush.
Yeah.
Look how much Consume is healing him. Is he? I'm sure he's going to be maxing that second. Yeah, so 3 points in Consume, 4 points in Ice Blast right now. No points in Blood Boil even.
Well, you can get that late game anyways. I mean, they don't need to worry about it until the team fighting pressure.
Yeah, it's impossible to push him out of the lane right now, really, because he's even getting the full amount of Spell Vamp, even just from Ice Blast, because it's a single target spell.
So much sustain, too.
He's just gaining health after health after health, so... Oh, man. Now he's even...
I mean, I'm loving this choice. Yeah. The new pickup is really shining through, as well as the Vi choice for CatGod, too. They've really proven that they can make this one work.
You think about it, with all the requirements for top laners in this current meta, he sort of fits the style. Maokai, Alistar.
Can he sustain? Is he self-sufficient in farm? Yeah. Uh-oh. Here comes Playu, but oh man, Meow didn't get his hook off and exhaust is spent. They'll be able to escape from this one. I think they blew way too much too early. Although they might find Evaniscus here. That is going to be a lot expended for just the kill though. Barely. And Playu's going down too. They trade 1 for 1 on a gank. Stixie still kiting away. He wants to find more. Here comes CatGod. Gets the Assault and Battery off. Care Bear going low. Onto teleporting in. And that's CatGod getting a kill. They counter gank. And Rome comes in. Massive flashing forward. Deceptive. It's a double kill. Going in for Cax as he tanks a couple tower shots staying alive. Hamda in on the bot lane now, but it is too little too late. And here comes Nubby Pooh Bear finding Hamda in a moment of weakness. They're just going to dive him down. Denial Esports coming up so massive in this one. The ice ball travels all the way. Hamda's going down. Nubby Pooh Bear following through on the Rift Walk, and they'll get themselves the first turret of the game as well. Big lead now for Denial.
Yeah, this is just a slaughter at this point. Late game champions that are ahead in the early game. That's never what you want to see as the opposing team. And a scaling Tristana who's 103, 20 CS ahead, and a Kassadin who got an 11-minute Rod of Ages plus 2 early kills and isn't even that far behind in CS, even with his roams. Not looking good for Luxax right now. And, I mean, Denial, this one is their game to lose. They got Dragon, they got the first turret. Here's a pause coming out.
Yeah, oof.
Maybe
Breath of fresh air for Luxax. Yeah, that was really, really ill-timed by the bot lane. And I'm starting to question this Thresh pickup, too, because Meow is clearly not as comfortable on it as he would have been on say, a Braum choice. And it would have brought more team fighting presence as well.
Yeah. Well.
Clearly hasn't worked out for them. Oh, pause comes in again. False alarm.
Oh, well, this pause might be a little longer here. But, I mean, not much else to say here. It's just now it's just making really great movements. Gotta hand it to CatGod, though. A lot of these kills have been really just him being in the right place at the right time, getting some early kills. And this Nunu pick,
combos.
Yeah, this Nunu pick is, it seems innovative, but like you said, if you think about it, just fits all the criteria of top lane in the current meta, plus some. And even offers more utility than, like, say, an Alistar or a Maokai late game, just because you get Blood Boil for your AD carry. So if you have that late game AD carry like Tristana, oh my god, that pick just becomes even smarter. So doing
really
straight
tanky from here too. I mean, he's already got a good number of pieces of his Randuins going. He doesn't need boots. This is the curious thing. 3 members of Denial Esports don't even have basic boots right now. And to be fair, neither does Care Bear, neither does Hamda. Well, okay, so technically 3 of them don't on Luxax either, but they're so mobile that it doesn't even look like they don't.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how they've been able to make so much out of so little and find themselves the advantages that they need so far. Yeah, Cac's coming up huge on this Vi pickup. Yes, he's got 3 of the kills, and you know you don't always want to have the jungler with all the kills, but it doesn't matter. They have a late game comp anyways, and they're doing this much early on. So you're right, this does seem like just a giant time bomb taking over the heads of Luxax right now.
Yeah, well, pause coming back. Looks like Saki Chain just had a little bit of connection issues, so.
Yeah. Coming back into this. Might be the least of his problems right now. He will try to answer a turret in the top, and while Onda is away, he should be able to. Gets it down, backs away, doesn't want to fight against the Nunu right now. Very difficult to burst enough damage down. Aurelia, once she's got a Trinity Force, oh man, it'll be a little bit of a different story.
He could chase him down for a long time. He wants to stay close to his minion wave for consume, but
he really could. If he gets cooldown boots too, oh man.
Yeah. A little bit of cooldown reduction goes a long way onto Nunu. Actually, even with just, I think it's like at max rank Ice Blast, 10% cooldown reduction, or 20% is
what? Not sure what he was doing there. However, oh, he almost got his proc off on the Soul Shackles. That would have been a very different story if Stixie had followed in. But
what?
A misplay. Rare misplay by Evaniscus results in an easy pickup.
What?
Watch it again in instant replay, huh?
Oh my gosh. Well,
not sure what he was thinking.
Maybe a miscommunication because.
Oh, hello. Up in the top lane, Cat God finds Saki Chan, but I'm just taking tower shots, and he actually missed the majority of his damage on the Absolute Zero, and they don't have enough burst to finish that off. So, a bit awkward. Nubby Pooh Bear now finds Hamda, but he might be in a little bit of trouble too. Rift walk away.
Yeah, at just level 9 with only a Rod of Ages, Cassin's damage still isn't where it needs to be to really pick those fights yet. So, 60 holding up in a 1v2 though.
Mm-hmm.
Static shift first item.
Yeah, that's a good rush if you want to, of course, get the wave clear out early in time. But gotta be careful not to get caught up on a line by Meow. Actually, doing a really good job of zoning out. Draw the bead, giving him a little bit of that extra range that he needs. And Care Bear just can't even get involved in this. So really nice continued siege from Stixie and Evaniscus.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Nubby. Oh, not even close, Pleu. Gets out of there one. They should be able to answer back. Wow, the dragon.
This could be risky. Onda doesn't have his teleport. Saki Chan's teleport coming in up in a couple seconds.
Sonic Wave. He's gonna go in. He's gonna get. Oh, he doesn't get the steal off, but Cat God's going down nonetheless. Pleu will trade his life for it. Shutdown gold goes over to Hamda. Stixie gets himself a jungle kill though. Oh, be careful, because Saki Chan's joined the party. Stixie on the run. Top tower is down. There's Nubby Pooh Bear kiting out for his carry. Nicely played. They trade one front. Oh, do they? That was a well-placed collateral damage, says Care Bear.
Yeah. That sound is so satisfying.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, you remember, of course you do, you remember stuff from, pretty sure before I knew what this game was, but, remember old Nidalee Spears when you hear the and then an enemy has been slain?
Yep.
That was the most satisfying sound ever.
I'm really sad about Nidalee in general.
I kind of like her rebuild. It makes her more of a sensible champion. Yes, she was OP before, and she still has a lot of viable builds, but it's, I don't know, now it just seems more fair to play against her. Her early game's kind of tough.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. I sort of grew up, quote unquote, grew up in League of Legends watching Hotshot. I think a lot of people that started around the same time that I did will say the same thing. And watching him play top lane Nidalee.
Hotshot in like early season 2.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about before there were seasons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew who Hotshot was. I didn't know anything about CLG back then.
Back when he was on Owned and...
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. We're going way back for Own 3D.
Yeah, and Nidalee became my favorite champion just because I used to watch him all the time play it. And in the top lane, because I was a top laner back then when I played competitive. I was top laner. And
okay.
So she had a different playstyle back then. It wasn't about sieging with spears. It was about dueling and brawling, and it was a really exciting playstyle, and I'm sad that that went away.
Oh, Yeah, you know, I subscribed to a different school of thought back then. I was watching mostly Dyrus, and I got to level 30 by just trolling around with Singed.
Oh, okay.
So I learned quite a lot.
Yeah.
Spamming laugh every 5 seconds.
Yep. You were
Yeah,
one of those.
that guy. I was that guy. I would literally say in all chat, guys, if you let me have Singed, we win. And it like worked like 9 times out of 10. But you know, that was back in the day.
I played Caston before it was cool.
I still knew that Caston was banned. It used to be ban the purple people. Remember that? Remember when Skarner was released and everyone banned him all the time?
Yeah.
Because he was purple. Oh, speaking of purple, guess what else is? Baron. Okay, 3-man squad right now, and they don't have any idea this is happening.
Still risky. 17 minutes is really early.
But they might just get away with it.
The level 4 consume with Hextech Revolver. Nunu can tank this
He's
thing
just spending
all
his
day.
ult. Oh man, look at Onda right now. Okay, hello. They have enough damage to finish this one off, and they get away with the Baron sneak. Denial eSports making the plays. Big gutsy call.
One of the other sort of often forgotten powers of the top lane Nunu is the ability to do early Barons, because Blood Boil on an 80 carry combined with you're able to build some AP and get levels and consume means Baron becomes easy. If you have a lead, early Baron is definitely a possibility with the top lane Nunu. So
that was extremely early though, and it worked out for them. In all fairness, I mean they have a solid enough lead right now, and they're exerting pressure elsewhere. But really, the key to this is that Luxx is just not responding.
Yeah, I mean the Baron had just spawned like 2 minutes ago. They did it at 17 minutes. Spawns at 15 minutes, so.
Yeah, I don't think they really expected that one, and that is why they got away with it. Element of surprise definitely on their side. So now, finding themselves with a, I don't want to say comfortable lead, but it kind of feels that way. It's like 6K. That's with the Baron buff. That's really, you can do whatever you want right now. They just have to be careful not to get caught out.
Yeah, sub 20 minutes. I'd say that's pretty comfortable.
As comfortable as a lead sub 20 minutes gets.
Yeah. Stixie is only a little bit, well, just kidding. Infinity Edge completed, and a needlessly large rod finish for Nubby Pooh Bear, so he's starting to get to that point where Caston really starts to become a nuisance and starts to hurt. So, and with the Tristana, they should be able to siege pretty easily, especially now that they have Blood Boil. So this, I mean, like I said it a little bit earlier, this game is denials to lose at this point.
Oh, careful. Speaking of losing, Evan's Niscus nearly getting caught on a line, but he's Morgana, he's okay with that. Should be alright. Everything is kosher. As this mid starting to get sieged up, Evaniscus taking a few shots, but they have the siege potential. Any team with Tristana is able to push down towers insanely quickly. Onda provides a huge tanky front line, and they're just looking to keep going on this one. Careful though. Lee Sin got the Q off, and actually it's a really good defense right now from Luxx, just for the time being. Oh, here comes Saki-chan. Onda's in a little bit of trouble, but he's still sustaining up quite a lot. Pleo getting the insect kick off onto Evaniscus, who flashes away from it, and that might be the sacrificial Lee Sin. Dixie getting a kill onto Pleo. Meanwhile, they continue the fight in the mid. Evaniscus getting out alive. Going to be backing here, and 3-man. Oh, that's a big shockwave, but they don't have any damage follow-up. So I don't think they expected that one to hit.
Yeah, Cat God was just down and bot pushing the wave, so that
Still
was like
doing
a
it.
4v5. Yeah.
Yeah, that entire thing. And now they're going to have Nubby Pooh Bear in there, too. This is a pretty big wave, and with a little bit of help from Nubby Pooh Bear, they should be able to put some serious damage on this tower. Wow, they're just going to go for the dive, though. Honda, he's low. Can't even take the lantern. Goodbye. And they're going to answer up with the turret mid and bot as well. Big plays coming out of Denial Esports on this Baron buff. They get themselves 1 and 2 and keep on sieging up the base.
The mythical Trinity Force Vi coming out, and you can see just the burst of that champion.
Right? When you're this far ahead.
Yeah, well, Trinity Force was a popular build for a while. Dexter played Trinity Force Vi a couple times in the LCS with mild success. It was built by a couple players in Europe as well. I think in Korea, Trinity Force Vi was built a few times, so it's not something new, but you can really only do it if you're ahead.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of snowball acceptable risk things. Onda is actually in a little bit of trouble here, but he's still tanky enough to sustain out through a lot of that, and he's going to force Saki-chan to back off. So again, with the base kind of being exposed here, they've only got inhibitor turrets on the bot and mid, only an outer turret remaining. On the top, well, Denial Esports they're looking to continue to push in. They have the late game scaling comp too. It's starting to look like the timer's running out now for Luxac. They have to come up with something big and fast.
Onda's gonna absolute zero this wave. 100% sure.
Why not? Why not? Let's actually move over to this. I want to watch this. Here he goes. And he does it.
So satisfying.
Oh, man.
292 gold. That's a kill right there. He just got a kill, basically.
Yep. Oh, Stixie with the BM. He doesn't even finish up the golems at red. Or the lizards at red. He leaves them. Yeah. They can do whatever they want at this point. They're up 11,000 gold. It's 22 minutes. I mean, that's a massive lead. Barring an, like, horrendous engagement that they just lose all their members for free, there's really not a whole lot that Luxac can do to come back into this. It seems that they've just sort of given up and they're trying to turtle it out. Oh, maybe take a couple picks. But always a step ahead. Cat God finds Pliu and dishes half his health bar and damage.
Yeah. They're just pressuring all the waves right now. Split pushing a little bit. This is what you should do at this point because you're going to always look for opportunities, and they're finding ways to make themselves opportunities.
Yep, continually. Now, Saki-chan finds Stixie out, and this could be a kill. It actually almost is, but flashing away keeps him alive for the time being, as well as a summoner heal.
And that killed him.
Finally falls down, so that was the Ignite tick, but that's still good. Nonetheless, Nubby Pooh Bear answering up onto another kill. They go forward into Meow and Care Bear. Collateral damage, what? Doesn't even matter, although the shutdown gold does go to Meow. Even so, they trade 2 for 4 big pickups, even if they lose the carries for him.
Yeah, there should be an inhibitor turret, maybe even an inhibitor here. Blood Boil onto Vi. With the training force.
It's only Pliu for another couple seconds. Saki-chan just comes up. He does not have home guards. They're going to be able to get this one, no problem. Dodging out Sonic Waves, they're going to get out for free.
Yeah. And Baron's up in a minute. Not something they usually hear at 23 minutes, but so they could even just wait this out, take some of their buffs, then get the Baron, and then probably push for the win. I mean, look at that. That's a 14,000 gold lead at 23, 24 minutes, and they have an inhibitor down already. Only 1 second-tier turret remains, and then 2 inhibitor turrets. So 60, pretty big right now. Looking like going for a Bloodthirster next. And the, what? Rabadon's and double dagger finish for Nubby Pooh Bear. So what could that be? Nasher's Tooth?
Yeah, maybe. He needs that attack speed, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cassin scales pretty well with.
No, he's getting a Blade of the Ruined King. Come on.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's what he's doing. Up. Protect that pink ward. Uh-oh. Bail out. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, Caston is... The fact that he got let through wasn't huge, but, well, in and of itself, but they're still really making use of his kit. And the escapes are just numerous.
You can build anything on Caston. Literally build anything.
Yeah. Why not, right? Oh! Evaniscus getting a little frisky. Gets the flash forward, but nothing spent, nothing earned. They go for... they should be able to secure a Baron if they want it right now, just because they're going to be busy with the anti-siege in the middle. Yeah. I think they might just straight up go for it here. They know they're ahead. Honda, he's just going to start it up.
Delicious.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I want to see him 1v1 with Honda so we can have, like, Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah.
Never mind, it's not going to happen because Nubby Pooh Bear decides to take the 1v2. Oh, the ball's going to come in, but Evaniscus going down. The Baron does go over, however, to Denial eSports. Nubby Pooh Bear on the escapes, dodging out everything. So 4 members get the Baron buff. Definitely worth there, and they're still taking the 4v5.
Yeah. Big wave in the bottom lane. Cat God, Stixie coming over. They might just head straight down the mid and push this one out.
Stixie's just trying to find himself kills. He's way far forward right now, trusting that he'll be able to stay alive.
Bloodthirsty.
Gotta be careful. Oh, there's Saki-chan. Stixie in a little bit of trouble. Box is coming in. He's gonna go down, but the absolute zero's on. And Onda getting kicked away. That was exactly what they needed to do. Once again, to stay alive. Stixie down, however, the inhibitor is under fire. Saki-chan and crew chasing on forward, but they can't find any picks. Their base starting to get beat down here, but they managed to save the inhibitor.
Yeah. That was just a little bit greedy by Stixie there. That could have been the end of the game. Yeah. With Baron buff on your team, that's just a little bit too overconfident to be that far up with 0 summoners as well, and the Baron buff.
I want to congratulate you because you properly guessed the Cassidon build path, Stinger now. complete for Nubby Pooh Bear, so he will
That's
be going
really the only thing you could build with double daggers.
I was trying to think about, too. I'm like, what are you going to do with 2 daggers? All right, I guess it makes sense.
You can build the 2 most ineffective pieces of Blade of the Ruin King on an AP champion.
Or
you could build literally only other thing that double dagger builds into and buy the Nashor's Tooth.
Well, they've gotten 2 Barons. They might as well get a tooth, too.
Even Wit's End builds from a recurve, though.
Yeah. So why not, right? Again, you're so far ahead. I would feel like it'd be a little safer to maybe go for the Zanyas, but clearly they've had no need. Nubby Pooh Bear's been in almost no danger this entire game.
Yeah, the CDR is okay, I guess. Usually Kessin doesn't stay long enough in a team
keeps
fight.
going too far forward on this one. He might be done, and he is. That's a pickup. However, Anda is trying to answer back. They might have just too much damage here. Saki Chan's low. They managed to blow up Hamda around the backside. There is Pliu running for his life, but they answer back with a kill on Evaniscus now. Everybody running scared. However, on Team Luxax, can they sustain up enough? The chase is on all the way back to Fountain. Care Bear going down. Anda, he's in the Fountain. Half his health bar gone just like that, but they've managed to get themselves 3 kills. 3 for 2 so far. Here comes Pliu on the chase, but the inhibitor is looking like all for dead. Cat God dodging out shots. Can he stay alive? Looks like he can, but that was incredibly sloppy.
Yeah, very, very sloppy. Stixie once again runs straight down the middle. Maybe takes about 10 creeps and then dies. At least the next fight, he's going to have his summoners if he decides to make it don't play again.
Greedy play from Stixie. I don't know why he's trusting his rocket jump. The problem is it can be interrupted by so many things. And that's the second time today he's died in the middle of casting it.
Yeah.
The Dragon, however, is going to be easily picked up by Denial. I mean, at this point, it's sort of like their lead is foolproof. Short of a complete ace for free, I don't know what Luxax can do to keep getting back into this. And the mistakes might be numerous from Denial, but it's just not enough to set them behind.
Yeah, the late game's just too good.
Yeah.
A Spirit of the Ancient Golem built onto Honda Anda here.
Yep, they, well... Why not, right? Again.
Stixie!
Stixie, oh no! Oh man, that's the 3rd time today. It's like a little puppy.
3rd time within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
God.
Single-handedly bringing Luxax back into this game.
Report Stixie ×9, please.
I was so distracted by the Ancient Golem. I was kind of like, what? But
yeah, I don't know how Stixie got into that position.
Yeah, I think he got distracted too.
I'm just looking at Ancient Golem and like, oh, well, he's getting 500 bonus health from that, so that's pretty cool. But oh wow, look, Stixie's dead.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's still looking like it's very difficult for Luxax.
We're gonna keep saying that over and over again until Stixie just runs himself into the team enough times to where Luxax can come back.
Yeah, he's trying to give him a chance, right?
Yeah.
What is it, Draven? So he says, throwing the other team a bone.
Yeah. Good guy.
Trying to make it a fair one. Good guy, Stixie. Well, they've managed to clear their base up. 2 inhibitors still down, however.
This last second tier is going to be nearly impossible to defend. Stixie, don't do it.
Will Stixie check into this? Anda might.
Just stay behind Anda.
Oh, they're going to find Cat God, but will he be able to get away? Yes, he does. No damage taken whatsoever. Saki Chan now. Evan Iskis in the bush. And the fight commences. Threshbox trying to zone people out. Pliu staying alive. Whoa! Everything gets dodged out there. Anda, though, he's in tower range. He could go down here. Nubby Pooh Bear, Absolute Zero coming up. They managed to get a kill off on a Pliu, but it's Nubby Pooh Bear, Care Bear going down. That is another big kill. Meowboon afterwards. Saki Chan, last man standing. Double kill going over to Nubby Pooh Bear. Saki Chan's going to go down for the ace. And that is going to be GG. Denial Esports finally finds the engagement that they needed, and the inevitable is no longer prolonged. It looks like Denial Esports will be our 2nd seed out of Group D in the Black Monster Cup.
What a decisive game there from Denial. They looked a little shaky in their last game against Solo Kill, falling down, fighting for their lives here. But wow, right from the get-go with late game champions taking control of the game, and like you said, it was going to be really tough for them to lose that one, ending that game at 30 minutes with a 20,000 gold lead. So very impressive. Denial going to be the 2nd team joining Team Solo Kill from Group D to move on. So that is the conclusion of the group stages. The entire group stage has been for 4 weeks.
So we finally have
time.
we finally have our competitors here. So in Group D, going forward, it's going to be Denial Esports and Team Solo Kill. So that might have been a little unexpected considering Coast would have been a favorite, but they decided not to compete in this one. They're going to be joining Curse Academy, Team 8, of course, Armada Gaming, Gamester Gear, and last but not least, Wasabi Gaming and Area of Effect, which will commence in the coming weeks. So that's it for the group stages, as you mentioned. So any other closing statements now, Azumo?
No, I'm just really looking forward to this. Some people with the dropout of Coast might consider Group D to be not as strong as some of the other groups, especially like Group A. But I'm really looking forward to see. I mean, watching these guys play in separate groups, it's kind of hard to gauge how teams are going to do against each other. And we've seen a lot of crazy games. We've seen a lot of stops. We've seen a lot of really long games. But I'm just excited to see how these players are going to match up because we have a lot of veteran challenger teams like we saw Curse Academy, Team 8, Area of Effect in these lineups. But then we have a lot of newcomers like Gamester Gear who they've been around for a while, but they haven't really had much success. They took down Law Pro, and they were one of the teams from Group B to advance. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to do. It just should be a really great playoff stage, and I think there's about I'm looking at the prize breakdown here. If I can pull it up, hold on, give me a second. There we go. $7,500 for first place.
Yeah,
$3,500
for
second place.
Change.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And a big story going into the playoffs is Team 8 has won both, or every single one. There's been two,
of the
North
spring
American
and
summer,
yeah,
of the North American Black Monster Cup. So they're trying to defend their title for the 3rd time in a row. So that should be interesting as well.
I'll see if they can manage to take it. They are, of course, in the running. They looked a little bit shaky in the group stages, but Team 8 is a team that definitely bounces back, and they are going to have some stiff competition, but we'll have to wait in the coming weeks for that. So from all of us here at ESL TV, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the games as much as we have, but that is going to be our say goodnight. Stay tuned, however, for a little bit of a special tribute at the end of the show.